Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to Dix Hills for a New York Islanders High School Hockey League JV matchup between Half Hollow Hills and Bellmore-Merrick. The Bulldogs rolling into this game at an impressive 5-1 to start the season. The Hornets, on the other hand, don't have as much fortune in their win column. They're 2-5, looking for an impressive upset against one of New York Islanders Hockey League's best teams. Should be an interesting one here on the LI Sports Network as we got 15 minutes on the clock ready for the first period puck drop. As we are underway, taking a look at our starting goaltenders for today, Daniel DiPaolo in the net over on the right side of your screen, getting the nod for Half Hollow Hills as a pass comes out in front. DiPaolo making one save, rebound loose in the paint, still getting whacked at. The Bulldogs aren't able to put it away, looking for a pass back up to the near point. As they have some dominant puck possession to start off. Puck over to the slot, shot down low. DiPaolo makes another save, rebound comes right out in front. Loose in the blue paint and slides over to the right wing corner. Bellmore-Merrick already with a couple of high danger opportunities. Hornets just trying to clear it out right now as DiPaolo makes another stout stop. And Daniel, well, he's playing well and tested so many times to start off the game. I was going to talk about his opposition. The goaltender for Bellmore-Merrick coming into today is Aiden Farhar, playing in yet another matchup as we get a face-off coming to the right side of DiPaolo. Puck is dropped one back to the blue line, but the Bulldogs aren't able to hold it in. Puck taking a bounce off the referee. A little unfortunate right there for Bellmore-Merrick as they weren't able to dump it in as deep as they like, but quickly on the reload. Another save, or no, down low, and it just barely beats DiPaolo. We'll get our first strike of the day, and it's Bellmore-Merrick up by one. Take a look at this shot. Long ranger kind of threw a screen for the camera. Hard to tell, but it did nutmeg DiPaolo down low and popped right back out. So 1-0 for the Bulldogs. Just a minute into this matchup. Puck once again past the blue line. It's Frankie Smart carrying it into the corner. Slide pass all the way through the slot. No one touched it. Back for the Hornets. They try to clear out. Graziano takes a big hit, and that looks like it's going to be a penalty. Elbowing going to be the call, so Frankie Smart is going to be into the box for 2 minutes, pleading his case with the referees, but, well, players don't often win that argument. A face-off will come to the right side of Farhar. One out by the Bulldogs, and they'll flip it down the length. DiPaolo will watch it sail behind the net. His defense coming back for it quickly. Chipatelli starting the breakout. Quickly getting it up. Bulldogs disruptive in the neutral zone. Walked in off the right point and circled now around. Puck into the left wing corner, sent up straight away. Chipatelli trying to give it off to the right side as it once again whizzes around. Stopped up at the near point. Bulldogs an opportunity to clear, but it's held in down low. Pass almost comes out in front. Interrupted in the slot and now cleared by Bellmore-Merrick, forcing the Hornets to reset. Opportunity coming out in front. Shot down low is saved. Farhar on his back, trying to get back to his feet. Half Hollow Hills looking good right now on the power play. I say that, it's instantly played out. Corcoran giving it off. Actually carried in deep, looking for something out in front. Had Paladin over there, potentially on the backdoor goal. Another turnover from the Hornets forces the puck in deep, and we should be turning back to 5-5 in just 20 seconds. Not a lot of time for the Hornets to work with. Lean off into the corner. He'll take a bump. Paladin still aggressive on the forecheck. Wins the puck out for his team. Shot testing down low. DiPaolo was there for it. 2 seconds left on the 5-on-4, and we'll go back to even strength. Lenz, a bank pass ahead. Narvara to the opposite side. Felicki. She couldn't hold the zone, and it's back out for Half Hollow Hills. Stretch pass for the Bulldogs. Kicked off towards the corner. Puck dribbles out in front and then is safely exited the zone. Rayo bringing it in, goes bar down and scores. 1-1 now. Watch this zone entry coming up here. Adrian just bringing it in. Doesn't see a whole lot of daylight on that shot, but still puts it in. 11:05 left in the first period. Score now at 1 apiece. Baldinger getting it across. Another shot. Sounded like DiPaolo got a piece of it as it caroms off to the corner. Smacked to the net front and takes another deflection to the opposite side. Another shot, rebound out in front. No one from the Bulldogs could pull the cord on a second opportunity. Slid out straight away, and it's going to be broken away by the Hornets now, skating 2-on-2. They'll elect to dump it in at the red line and go for a change behind the play. About 5 minutes gone by in this first period. Turnover leads to a shot and another score. Bulldogs back on top, 2-1. That's a great wrister right there. I think getting DiPaolo on his glove side. Puck worked into a pack and now popped out. Half Hollow Hills looking for possession, but it's going to be taken away. Jones in past the line, avoids one check. Jones to the goal line, looking to send it in front. The shot is wide. Jones back for it. Up the boards. Cochran getting another tester. DiPaolo made the seeing eye save. Jones a tap pass. Links up with Smart, carries it below the net, tries for a centering bid, but it's cleared down the length. Should be an icing here with 9:31 remaining in the first period. 2-1 the score in favor of Bellmore-Merrick. Anthony Navarro will get the goal credit for the second tally. Face-off push forward. No shot coming through for Bellmore-Merrick. As the puck is now down below the goal line. Mason Lynch hounding after it, but it will be passed ahead. Held up by Lenz. Lenz carries in. His wrist shot is ramped off a stick and out of play for another whistle. Face-off almost played away by Half Hollow Hills. Cochran doing a good job holding it in at the blue line. Takes a skate, now spins back. Trying to shake off these defenders. He's separated from the puck but has a teammate over in the corner. They'll cycle around to the near side. 50-50 available. Pops up top, another wrister deflected out in front. DiPaolo makes a save, follow-up opportunity and hugs the post for a second. Still in for Bellmore-Merrick. Good shift for Lenz. Looks to get on top. Cuts off to his right side. From his knees, he sweeps a backhander. Nothing doing there for Bellmore-Merrick, though. They'll go back to the neutral zone and look to reset. Been very impressed so far from the Bulldogs defenders and how they really get in on the attack. Can tell that this team wants to score a lot. Couple of stick lifts at neutral. Banked in the zone. Finally, a little bit of offensive time for Half Hollow Hills. They've been starved over the last couple of minutes. It was really that power play that broke things up for them. And since that 5-on-4, haven't been able to do a whole lot. Lean, harassed for the puck, does wiggle it up the boards and out. Couple more passes, and Half Hollow Hills will dump it in. Halfway gone by in this first period. Could be numbers for the Bulldogs. 2-on-1 past the blue line. Shot is saved. Apollo gives up a squeaky rebound, but it's played to the blue line. And now taken out. Could be a breakaway back to the other side. FEMA in on net. Looks to the far side. What a save. Farrer does get over in time. Half Hollow Hills still in on offense. Holding the puck up at the far point and now carrying it around. Puck up for grabs. No one getting onto it in a hurry. I think both lines are at the end of a shift. Shot. Dribbling off to the left. Half Hollow Hills now with some extended offensive zone time. Lean with it at the point. Pushes it back down low. The goal scorer for the Hornets, Rayo, does turn the puck over. And Bellmore-Merrick is able to break away. They got a line change in behind. Not a couple of nice moves out in front, and DiPaolo will make another good save. Keeping his team down by 1. 6:24 remaining in the period. Face off, push down low. Jones is there for the intercept, slides it back. Room for the Bulldogs. A shot whistles off to the right side. Baldinger goes for a skate in his own zone, met by a couple of Hornets in the right corner, so he pivots back the other way. Baldinger finding some good open ice to play the puck up. Ahead for Frankie Smart, tips it in. Numbers for Jones as well, trying to find it on the near post. Hornets break up the play at the last possible second, but the puck's still in their own end. Up to the near point. Cochran, once again, skill moves down low. His shot, he scores. Three to 1 now for Bellmore-Merrick. They're piling on the offense here in the first period. 5:30 still to play. Garlick getting it in. Pops to Paul. Pushes it down low again. Here's Justin with it. Stripped off his stick. Hornets trying to find a clear. Atkin sends it to the opposite side and out of the zone. So Malley with it right now, pressured and forced into a turnover. Kyle Lenz swings it. Taken right back by the Hornets. Forte was the one to carry it into the zone. Bellmore-Merrick now trying to wiggle it up the far side. Do get another clear. Just a log jam right there, though, and it's right back into the offensive end for Half Hollow Hills. Pass up to the slot. Broken up and broken away. Once again, the shot is wide of the net. Given to Julia. Julia Felicki now racing all the way back into her own ends. Unfortunately for her, no icing as the pass did come for her teammate. Trying to clear off the far side. It's held in. Rayo with it again. Shot takes a deflection. Hornets still holding on as they battle it below the goal line. Felicki flicks it up and does clear past the zone. O'Malley trying to get it ahead. Joined by Lucci. Neither of them can push it out of the pack. Baldinger trying to skate it back into his own end. Forced into a turnover. It's been time in the offensive end for the Hornets, but no clean shots coming from it. Rayo trying to change that as he goes up towards the far point, is forced all the way back into his own end. And accidentally putting it out of play for another whistle. 2:59 remaining in the first. Face-off won by the Bulldogs. Looking to cycle it down low, but it's eaten up and spit out. Corcoran trying to dump it in off the near boards. Taken by Frankie Smart. Looks middle. Intercepted there and instantly denied. Here comes Paladin. Looking for Jones. Dancing on the boards. Jones around one. His backhander will carry around. Frankie Smart with it here. Smart looking back for net front. Had Jones. Lost it in his skates. Takes a tip down low. Morrison turning it over to Jones. Comes around Smart again. Sends it out in front. Almost hit off the skate of Paladin into the back of the net. Might not have counted as it looked intentional. O'Malley back towards his own ends. A backhander. Corcoran. The Bulldogs trying to get some last-minute offense with under 2 to play in the first period. Corcoran. Slides to the right side. Frankie Smart. Carrying on his backhand. Smart turning around for the shot. Almost snuck in on the near post. Connor Roberts takes a skate to the red line and throws it down the ice. His team going for a wholesale line change. Just over a minute to play. Puck once again forced in past the blue line. Up to the blue for a long-range shot. Traffic in front. It's denied. Rebound is created, though. Here comes a third shot, and they score. Plenty of room on the near end, and the Bulldogs make it 4 in a period. Graziano rims it around the boards. Carries up to the near point and passed for Bellmore-Merrick. Leading this game 4-1 through 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Trying to close out the rest of the first. Well, in dominant fashion. They've definitely been ahead in puck possession this entire period. Another entry, wiggled up the left side, cut out in front for a shot denied by the Hornets. 12 seconds left in the period. Maybe time for one last rush back the other way. Parenti tries for a centering bid, gets lost in a couple of skates, and goes back to the perimeter. Clock's hit 0 here in Half Hollow Hills, and we'll step aside for a short intermission here on the LI Sports Network. After one period, Bellmore-Merrick 4, Half Hollow Hills 1. And we're back here on the LI Sports Network for the second period between Bellmore-Merrick and Half Hollow Hills, a JV matchup here in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Reminder that so far this season, well, Bellmore-Merrick's been playing fairly well. 5-1 their record, trying to make it 6-1. And for the Hornets, they're 2-5 so far. And, well, hey, got a win here against Bellmore-Merrick, which isn't out of the question. A 3-goal deficit can be erased in just one period, to be honest. Well, that would be your best win of the 3 that you would end up with. As we'll look for a draw at center ice to get us going. One last substitution made for Half Hollow Hills. And the puck is dropped here to start the middle 15. Navarro instantly forcing it down. Wiggles up to the near point. Shot going towards net. Rings off to the right side. Takes a big bounce off the end boards. Rotated to the near point. Lucci looking for more traffic. And does he score there? I believe he does. Lots of traffic out in front, making it hard for DiPaolo. And just like that, it's 5-1 for Bellmore-Merrick. You can see on that replay right there, took a couple of different hops before it ended up in the back of the net. But they don't ask you how, they ask you how many. And it looks like there's going to be a goalie change now. Nolan Binsel will come in for Half Hollow Hills in relief of his fellow goaltender Daniel DiPaolo. Cochran trying to swing it up the boards off the high glass, but it was knocked down. Adrian Rayo has been having a strong game for the Hornets. Puck in deep. Atgun with it. Atgun dishes it off to his left side, but it's intercepted by the Bulldogs. Given to Lucci, tries to send it forward and will send Paladin barreling down the ice in on the forecheck. Flanked on the left side by Felicki. And check that, make that Frankie smart with him. Bulldogs trying to get some more net front presence. Puck off the far boards. Shot opportunity upcoming. Navarro kind of fanned on it as it carried down low. Popped up and batted out of the air. Touched by a high stick, so it'll go back down to the offensive end for the Bulldogs. Face-off will come on the right side. Stefano will win it out for the Bulldogs. Hard pass carries around the boards off to the corner. Pack of players comes together before it pops up down low. Another centering opportunity broken up by Half Hollow Hills. Played back to the high slot. A straightaway shot banks left. Jasper Jones downs low. Nice glide. Puts it back behind the net. Bulldogs looking to center something. Controlled at the blue line and just barely taken out by Jones. Looking to reload quickly. It's on the backhand of Smart. He'll sweep it in. Here come the Bulldogs. Pass across and the shot off target. They're buzzing around for their 6th goal. 12:26 still to play in the second period. Nice clear from Half Hollow Hills. Going back for it is Lenz. Kyle gives it off to the near side. DiStefano quick with it. Drops it off. One-timer upcoming. Good save. Rebound. DiStefano trying to wrap around to the far side. Was a little too slow. Jones comes back for it. DiStefano in the corner. Pushed off the puck, but his team still possesses. A backhander. Went into the slot, but was denied by Half Hollow Hills. They'll clear it out thanks to number 60, Adrian Rao. O'Malley coming back from his own end. He'll dice up into the neutral zone. Plenty of space for him to work it up the far side. O'Malley still with it. Takes a crunch into the boards, but does deliver the puck in deep. Chance upcoming for the Bulldogs. A shot will hit off the apron. Pass for another drive. Felicki trying to get it on net. Takes a big hop off the end boards and all the way out of the zone. Kyle Lenz with it again. Gorelick sends Paladin into a skate. At the goal line, Paladin, lots of speed. Looking to circle back to the other side. Has passing options. Off the end boards, it's banked to Gorelick. Now dribbling puck will flutter out of the zone. Baldinger in the corner. Wrapping around for Julia Felicki. She takes it, swipes it ahead. Space for Paladin. Another powerful pass. Goes to Mason Lynch, returns the favor. Deflected up to the blue line and out as Julia Felicki wasn't able to get over in time. Parenta brought it in. Puck instantly spat to the far point, just barely not cleared by Bellmore-Merrick. Another opportunity off the far boards. Pop to the blue line once more. Now a shot from the slot off to the left side. Felicki getting the clear going. Garlick does get it out. Good move for Powell in front. Looking for the backhander, but hits it off the post. Half Hollow Hills absorbing a punch right there and trying to come back with one of their own, but still nothing going on that blue line. Then breakaway feed. DiStefano on the shot. Great save. Binsell's looked solid so far coming in relief. Hasn't let up a goal just yet. 9:20 still remaining in this middle period. Another slide pass to the point. Blast on net. Deflected by the bodies there. As the clock reaches down to 9 minutes remaining in the second period. You're watching the New York Islanders High School Hockey League here on the LI Sports Network. Bellmore-Merrick have been dominant throughout the entirety of this game. Half Hollow Hills got their best offensive momentum early on by a elbowing penalty from Frankie Smart. Followed it up with a goal from Adrian Rayo. Once again, the puck brought in. DiStefano almost scored on a breakaway opportunity, looking for a goal now on this shift. His shot hit off the post when he had the goaltender Binsell already beat. Shot up high, whistles through the cage. Off to the perimeter and cleared. Corcoran. Sweeping down below his net, looking for different passing options. He'll hold it there for a minute. Leaving it off. Navarro. Little backhand ladle pass. A little misguided. Goes back for Half Hollow Hills. They'll try to dump in off the near side. Once again, it's Adrian with the puck. Rayo. Powerful strides. Takes a little bit of a stumble and he's separated. Corcoran dipping around for his options. Looks like he'll skate this one out himself. Good little skill move right there. Now he has some speed. Wiggles up past the blue line. Diving down low. Denied on his attempted entry to the front of the net. Centering feed for the one-timer. Whistles wide to the right. More opportunities on this shift. Another shot. Closing the 5-hole was Nolan Binsell, and his team will get it out. All right, spoke too soon. Still held in somehow. Another opportunity. Corcoran bringing it once again to the doorstep of Half Hollow Hills. Cut to the slot, no shot. Another shot glances wide. Rebound given up off the near post. Karam's down low. Jones trying to break free from the midst of two Hornets. Swings the puck up the near boards, and it will be eaten up by Felicki. She'll take it back into her own end. A backhand pass comes into a turnover. Connor Roberts trying to bring it in on the net. Atgun walks it down, then poked off his stick. It's another good skate for Frankie Smart. Smart going up the middle of the rink. Slides it to his right, looking for the return feed. Cutting off to the near side and almost ripped the one-timer into an open net. Great passing. Would have been Paladin on the assist as the puck is now covered up. Binsell on a belly flop. Keeps it a 5-1 game. 5:48 remaining in the second period. We will get another goaltender chain. Patansa will come in for relief of Farahar. Not that Bellmore-Merrick needed it, just trying to give everyone a little bit of playing time here in the JV level. Room for Kyle Lenz, spinning around for a backhand shot. Ends up down below the boards. Lenz still fighting for it. Carries it off to the corner. Now cutting towards the middle. Couldn't stick handle around an extra Hornet, and it's broken away and out. Dump in. High bounce off the glass. Centering feed to the backside. Shot went off the heel of a stick and not where it needed to go. Another chance for Frankie Smart. Dangles through a pair. His shot not going to go in. Down low on Binsel. Offside's the call. Bellmore-Merrick with a little bit of time to work it up themselves. Knifing through the zone is Corcoran. Halting his progress in the corner, gives it back. DiStefano. Slid it into the middle. The Hornets find it there and send it down the length. O'Malley with it now. Building some speed behind the net. Puck poked off his stick. Gets right back to it. Met at the boards. Still powering forward. O'Malley threw another hit and slides it forward. Corcoran. DiStefano. Past the blue line. Stefano dragging for a new angle. That was a dangerous shot. Another whistle with 3:23 remaining in the second. 4-goal tilt still in favor of Bellmore-Merrick. Paladin wins a face-off after the half wall. Lucci trying to hold it in off the boards, but it leads to a breakaway. Here come Half Hollow Hills. The shot goes in top right corner. 5-2 now the score. The Hornets showing a little bit of life. Christian Branciforte gets the goal credit. Right back to center ice. DiStefano winning it forward for his team and putting the puck into the offensive end. Trying to pick it off the boards. Met in the corner. DiStefano was trying to get it out in front. Comes back. Another dump in. DiStefano, first one in on the forecheck. Joined down low by Lucci. They'll turn it over into the corner, looking for a pass out in front. A shot. They score. Bulldogs get one right back. Paladin bringing it past the blue. Looking to go east to west, but the pass was fired into his stick. Bounces down low. Another centering feed, almost tipped out in front. As we approach the 2-minute warning left in the second period, shot does hit off the pads back into the slot. No follow-up for Bellmore-Merrick. Jones into a nice battle. Sends a backhander around for Paladin. Another shot up high. Vinsel will make another good save. $1:45 remaining in the second period. Akin will put it past the blue line. His team now offsides, and the whistle will force them back into the neutral zone. DiStefano off the draw, carrying it forward. Backed up. Garlick will carry it in. Bellmore-Merrick ahead by 4 goals in this game. Pass up to the high slot. Lenz shimmies it off right. DiStefano, good spin move right there, but couldn't pull the shot free. Rattles out of the zone, and it's back for O'Malley. DiStefano sliding it forward, intercepted by Half Hollow Hills. It rattles around and comes right back to Kyle Lenz. Tries to guide past the blue line, now finding an angle to dump in. Puck exchanging hands a couple of times before it's worked up the near boards and out by Half Hollow Hills, hitting some traffic in the neutral zone. Popped up high, almost played forward by O'Malley. Now brought in, DiStefano angling down low. Carries it wide around the cage. Sliding it up top for a one-timer, save made. Rebound comes spinning off to the left-hand side. 7 seconds left in the period. DiStefano, another shot. Little too much power on it. Takes a big bounce off the end boards. One final look, and it comes net front for an easy stop. At the end of 36-2, the score. Bellmore-Merrick looking to close it out in the final 15. We'll be right back here on the LI Sports Network. And we're back for the third period here on the LI Sports Network. Bellmore-Merrick with a full 4-goal lead right now. Heading just 14:48 remaining for them to close this out. Puck in deep. Navarro trying to send it back to this near point. Skated down a little bit. Shot with traffic. Stefano wasn't able to bank it into the back of the net. Navarro with it one more time as he'll take a skate below the goal line. Wiggled up the wall and now into open space. Half Hollow Hills should be able to get this one out. Felicki. Nice little bank pass. Navarro gets it away. Now dumped in by DiStefano. First in on the forecheck is Lucci. Pulls up on the skates at the half wall. Nice little saucer pass with space. Kokerin trying for a shot. Rebound still loose as it squeaks off on the near side. Another little tester right there. Chipatelli hemmed in, trying to just fire it down the length. It's gloved away. Lucci trying to hold it in and will slide it over to his left-hand side. DiStefano centering bid. Still hanging around as another shot whistles through the crease. DiStefano winning another 50-50 puck. Skating into the right dot, now all the way into the slot. Too many sticks for him to get the shot off, though. Just trying to hold it in. DiStefano challenging the entire team. Puck sliding into the corner. DiStefano centering bid with no one home. As the Bulldogs were looking for a change, I believe that puck was touched by Frankie Smart. That's why we get no icing with 2 minutes gone by in the third period. Kokerin looking to go 200 feet. Finally jousted off his stick. The wobbling puck does clear the blue line. Another dump in. Rattles around the boards. Paladin trying to get there first. Had it go through his skates and again out of the zone for Half Hollow Hills. Jasper Jones with it right now. Shimmies through that check. Swings the puck down low. Paladin trying to shake free. Frankie Smart with options. At the goal line, trying to send it into the slot. Kokerin straight away. His shot will pop high into the air after a save from Binsel. Clearing attempt, working through a little bit of traffic, but Bellmore-Merrick are once again going to pounce on it first. Another shot with a tip down low. Make it 7 goals for the Bulldogs. Great little bit of hand-eye coordination right there from Frankie Smart. Readjusting his angle right there to hit it off the back and into the net. Puck winds up the boards and out. Half Hollow Hills go for a skate back for it. Turkwitz to the far side. Sundak trying to carry it in. Too many defenders in front to get through all this traffic. DiStefano, long pass. Garlick, shot banks high into the air. Pops down below the goal line. Half Hollow Hills first on it. DiStefano, good stick lift, keeps it in. Puck still hemmed in the right wing corner. Hornets battle for it. Get the puck out. Felicki, good step up, sends it back in the right direction for Bellmore-Merrick. As they set up their forecheck as the D pair changes behind. Sundak a turnover. Corcoran almost wiggling the puck through a pair of skates. Gets it off for DiStefano. Jousted off his stick off the boards. DiStefano staying strong with it, though. Creating numbers now down low for Bellmore-Merrick. A shot instantly interrupted. Flutters high and lands in the corner. DiStefano getting over there in time. Not clean control, though. Half Hollow Hills still pushing it forward, almost getting it cleared, and now on a second opportunity, they'll get it out. Under 10 to play here in the third period. 5-goal lead for Bellmore-Merrick as they're looking for their 6th win of the season. It would incidentally be handing Half Hollow Hills their 6th loss. Akgun. Lots of pressure in front of him, just firing it to the far side of the rink. Not going to be an icing as it did hit a couple of sticks. Corcoran going to have to do this the hard way, building tons of speed. Nice pass, straight tape to tape for Frankie Smart. Backhand shot, nothing doing there. Hits off the perimeter and cleared the length of the ice. This one could be down for an icing, and the referees will bring it back to the right-hand side with 9:08 remaining in the third period. Hills with a little bit of good momentum, but it's taken away by Kyle Lenz, who is skating backwards in his own zone. Fires a quick pass down to Paladin. Looks left, shot in the slot all alone. Paladin on the rebound, both safe. Another opportunity slides out in front. Turnaround shot for Bellmore-Merrick is denied as the Half Hollow Hills defense gets back in time. Bank pass off the glass will clear the zone for Atkin. Instantly back are Bellmore-Merrick. Lenz will dump in. Somehow carrying into the front of the cage. Tap down the ice. Lenz going forward again. Icing will be called with 8:22 remaining in the third frame. Jones looks behind him for the feed, but this is going to be a 2-on-1 breakaway quickly developing for Half Hollow Hills. Puck on the right side. Pass comes across. Awkwardly handled. The shot is saved. Farraher does get over in time. Lifted out of the zone by Bellmore-Merrick. Almost giving up their 3rd goal of the game. Not that it would have put them into any stressful situation because almost half the third period's gone by, and, oh, hey, they're up by 5. Pinsol far out of his net. Has to come back quickly and does make the stop as we'll take a replay of that most recent save from the Bellmore-Merrick netminder. Face off, jousted in by O'Malley. O'Malley trying to get back to the puck. Ends up free on the near boards. Ryo scored the first goal for Hills as he tries to take it down low. Was denied his trip as Bellmore-Merrick wheel it up. Corcoran fades left, skimmies back around. Pass will bank off a stick. Lynch onto it now. Looks down low and gives it there. Good battle for the puck down below the goal line. It looks like the Hornets have an opportunity to clear. Lifted to the far side for Ryo. Numbers maybe coming in as the shot will hit off the apron of the net. Bounce free. Garlick gets it out. O'Malley slides it right. Lynch, a centering feed, goes completely through the slot. Kyle Lenz, good step up. He's through the blue line, looking for a long-range wrister, and extending for the save is Nolan. Just under 6 minutes to play in the third period. Bellmore-Merrick once again cutting it out in front. DiStefano almost got the shot off. Another opportunity, and they'll score down low. So with 5:39, it will become an 8-2 lead for Bellmore-Merrick. Goal credit going over to Anthony Navarro. The Bulldogs are right back to the attack. Lenz on the near side, trying to give it left for Jones. Couldn't come out of the crowd with possession. Worked up by Atkin, dumped back in. Frankie Smart with lots of speed, but we're going to get a penalty here, I believe. Hooking looks like the sign from the officials. Just our second penalty of the game. We'll go against number 23, Abraham Atkin. Puck is dropped on the right side. Bellmore-Merrick, their first 5-on-4 opportunity. DiStefano on the setup, gives it straight away in the slot. Worked off to the left side, shot. Goes through a crowd, goes off to the boards. Back up top, a little bit of trouble handling it for Corcoran. Just spin it back down low, another centering feed. That was dangerous. Graziano will get on top of it, but instantly loses it out in the neutral zone. DiStefano has had himself a hell of a game. Looks back for the pass, and another interception there for Half Hollow Hills will clear the end. This could be numbers and trouble back the other way. Play doesn't develop how Hills wanted to, so no 5-on-4 shorthanded opportunity for them. Corcoran, centering feed. Dips below the goal line. Puck travels off the glass, taken down by Navarro. Most recent goal scorer of the game. Leaves it off. Lucci. Up to the blue line. It's Kyle Lenz. Gives it back. In the right circle now, straight away. Tapped left. Slides it back to the blue line again with Lenz. Feed to the right side. Shot with no traffic. And a great save by Nolan Binsel. Bowden on the draw. Taken around by Lean as he tries to clear. Does fire it down 200 feet with just under 30 seconds remaining in the power play opportunity. 3:30 left in the game. It looks like this one is going to be a Bellmore-Merrick victory. Again, their 6th win of the season. Nice zone entry for Frankie Smart. Slides it off to the slot, now gets his own rebound. Another centering feed, and pulling the cord was Jones, but just wasn't able to get enough pepper on it. Save made by Binsel. 5-on-4 over, back to 5-on-5. Just at 3 minutes to go now. Felicki was angled off by Hills. They'll slide it into the offensive end, but Bellmore-Merrick has been exceptional at absorbing that pressure all game. Another race down the ice for Paladin. Ripped away from his control. Lead man was Roberts, and he'll go back for a change, it appears. It's Bellmore-Merrick finding time for the outlet pass on the near end. Dumped in and around from Smart. He'll go back for a change. We've got a fresh 5 on the ice for either team. Corcoran, nice it past the blue. Fades into the right circle. Going down below the goal line. Long journey for him. Finally passes it off. Shot spun in front of the net. Corcoran, good drag move right there. Splits another pair of defenders. His shot angled up high by a stick. $1:35 remaining in the third period. Half Hollow Hills are able to get it in deep, as we'll take a look ahead to the future. Next time Bellmore-Merrick play is at 9:30 on Friday, December 12th, so a long break for this Bulldogs team. That will be against Wongtog Seaford Plain Edge. For Half Hollow Hills on the other end. I imagine it would be another similar lengthy break unless they have one more quick game. No, they do. November 23rd against Cold Spring Harbor. That's an 8-10 start for Half Hollow Hills. Again, this is all JV action here in the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. DiStefano looking for one last point for his night. Taken away by Half Hollow Hills with just 30 seconds remaining. Puck wobbling around the blue line. The Bulldogs will take it out. One last trip into the offensive ends. Gawrlik with DiStefano below the goal line. Travels up the boards, Felicki. Under 10 seconds to go. Centering feed. DiStefano, his shot, save made. A rebound off to the left side. Another follow-up save. And the clock will hit 0 here in Half Hollow Hills. It's a Bellmore-Merrick road victory. 8-2 the final score. Thank you so much for watching here on the LI Sports Network. We'll be back with more New York Islanders Hockey League action on Saturday and Sunday, I believe, all here at Half Hollow Hills. So make sure to keep your eyes out for that. And once again, final score, Bellmore-Merrick 8, Half Hollow Hills 2.